Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Will. Hope you are all doing good. Today on the lathe I have a piece of wood and it fits the criteria for a bowl I've been thinking about doing for a long time and just never got around to it. So I'll change camera and let you have a look. I'll let you have a look at the offending piece. So it's a piece of Sycamore, 7.5 ish by 5.5 or 180mm by 140mm. So it's a piece of Sycamore. Not sure what way. There was a branch growing through here, so you can see the growth rings are this way. So it will be a cross grain piece. So what I'm going to turn is a Viking bowl. So the Viking bowl was found in Ireland some years back in Dublin, and it was dated to be just over 1,000 years old. So that's what I'm going to have a go at today. So I've drilled a hole, an 8mm hole, so I'm going to pop it on the woodworm screw and I shall get it around. Just give it a pinch up, make sure it's tight. And I'll bring up the tailstock just for a bit of support till I get around it. So now I'm going to start off with a 5/8 inch bowl gouge. So I'm starting off there at 900 RPM. So still have a flat spot and a little flat spot there. So I need to bring it up a little bit. So I'm down to round all the way, so I probably will have a couple of little cracks to deal with, but so far looking good. A little bit of figure here, some beautiful spalting in it as well, so this will make an interesting piece. So any of you guys that don't know or have never seen the Viking bowl, I've just seen a couple of pictures of it myself online, and it's a closed form bowl with a slight little bead, what I could make out from the pictures, but I've seen other turners have done them and they've put like a larger bead on the top. So we shall see how we go, see how the wood performs. So anyway, as I said, I'm down to round, so I'm just going to true up just this rim here, just so I can see what wood I have to work with. So now that's, which will be the rim of the bowl, is trued up. So I can switch to the bottom now and true this up, and I can put a tenon on. So I can take away the tailstock now. So now that's all trued up and I'm down to decent wood, so I shall put in my tenon. So I have my divider set. So there's my center and there's my tenon. So I have my little center mark then when I go to remove the tenon with the cold jaws later on. So I just switched to a smaller 3/8. I'll just get my parting tool. So now I can start to do a bit of shaping. I'll just bring back my tailstock just for a bit of support because I'm quite a ways off of the worm screw. So now, as I said, the Viking Bowl is a closed form bowl, so I might need all this material. So see roughly what width have I got. I go in inches. So I've just got 7 inches, so I'm definitely going to need 4.5, maybe, definitely. So yeah, we'll probably have to cut back a little bit on this, but we'll see as we shape it. So I'm going to mark it about 2 3/4. And so I'll round it back from there, see what it looks like. And we'll see how it goes. Anyway, we can adjust the shape as I move along. As I said, I don't have a diagram or a plan or anything, so I'm just sort of going what I can see in my head. So again, going back to the 3/8 inch ball gouge, we can bring the speed up another little bit now. I'm nice and secure between centres. So just doing 1200 RPM at the minute. Look at all that beautiful colour. That is a beautiful piece of wood, it really is. So I'll just work my way around this way. So now I should carry on shaping. So far so good up along this section anyway, so there must be a high content of silica in this piece of Sycamore because I have lost my edge fairly quick, so I just want to go and get this sharp. So now all nice and sharp. So now I'm just looking at the proportions I have. So as I said, on the rim of the bowl there was a small bead. So what have I got for width? Going inches, so I've just 7 inches, so I want to be up at least 4.5. So which wants to be somewhere here. So I'm just sort of visualizing the piece in my head. I don't have an actual photograph of it. So I think this is obviously going to be waste. So yeah, so I'll form a small bead, say somewhere here. So I'll take this up another little bit. So as I said, it was a closed form bowl. There was no foot on it. It was just like a flat spot from what I could see. Actually, from the photograph I seen, there was a couple of splits in it, so it possibly was turned from an end grain piece. I'm not sure. But, anyway, getting off track. So I'll get back to this. So I'll take this up another little bit. Tool rest around a little. Something like that. I can just form that little bead here now. So this piece is going to be waste. So now looking at the piece proportion wise, I think it looks right. Well, it looks right to me. So I just need to refine this bead a little bit, but I have a couple of little cracks here. I might just pop a bit of CA in, just so it doesn't get any worse. So I might actually sand it first and put a bit of sealer on it, and then put the CA on, because I don't want to stain that beautiful piece of wood. Or should I do it now? But I might tidy up and get this bead formed first. So just switch it over to a little 1/2 inch spindle gouge. Just take that in a little bit closer. Always stop your leg, guys, if you're going to move your tool rest. That's best practice. It's just I'm an old hand at this. I think that looks quite nice now. Yeah, so I do have a couple of little tool marks here and there. So what I might do is actually, I'll run my scraper or my shear scraper over it just to tidy that up a little bit. So I have a little 1-inch shear scraper. It still has a nice burr on it, so I can bring the speed up a little bit, so just up to about 1400 RPM. So because it's not a negative rake scraper, so my handle is high and I'm a little bit above centre. So there's what we're looking for, guys, those little wispy shavings. So that's that bottom section cleaned up really nice. So that's a sandable finish there. So just move the tool rest around and work our way up along. Actually, I might just give this a quick sharpen. So now, fresh burr. Oh, we shall see what that looks like. Oh yeah, that's cleaned up quite nice. That's a sandable finish all day long in my book. So I just want to refine this little area here. So just grab my spindle gouge again. Just going into that little corner there. Just get a nice clean cut. And just shear scrape that just ever so slightly. And it's good. Yeah, so happy with that. So now I'm happy with that. I'm happy with the proportions. So I might actually give it a quick sand. As I said, then I'll have a couple of little cracks to deal with. So I've obviously got this one here. There's one there. Little small one there. That might be a little small one there. As you can see, there was a pit here, so hence the cracking. So there is a couple of little ones there. So I think maybe I'll put a bit of CA in them first. So what I'll do is, guys, I'll put a bit of CA in these cracks, so I'll have to leave it about 10 minutes or that for it to go hard, and I'll take you back when we're ready to proceed. So now, guys, I have applied some CA. There was a couple of cracks. I got a tiny little bit of staining. I did put some sanding sealer on before, but it still stained a little. But anyway, hoping it'll sand away. So what I'll do is I'll get the piece sanded and I'll take you back when we're ready to proceed to the next stage. So guys, that's the piece now all sanded up. I sanded up to my usual 400 grit. I cut out most of the sanding in the video. Sanding can be quite boring. So yeah, so on to the next stage. So I'll flip it around and get it into the chuck, and I can start hollowing out the bowl. So now, ready to start hollowing out. And gone in about 50 millimeters, but I have a good ways to go. So just increase the speed a little bit there. So just doing 1200 RPM. Because the form is closed in slightly, I have to lean across, so hopefully I'm not blocking the camera too much. Now we see how we're looking now. So on wall thickness up at the top, I'm quite happy. So, but I have a lot of material still to get out in the bottom. So I'm just going to switch over to the 60 degree. It'll help me get across the bottom there that bit easier. So it's quite a deep little bowl. I'll turn on a bit of light, see if that, so hopefully it's not washing out the camera too much. So I still have, I'd say, about an inch of material still to get from the bottom. Wall thickness, I'm okay down for about an inch and a half, but I need to start taking a bit more off. Now see how we're doing now. So probably good down to about the halfway mark. But it's starting to get a little bit thicker then. I just grab calipers. So I've less than half an inch there. So as I go down, I'm half inch. Yeah. So bottom of the bowl, I have about 3/4 of an inch. So I can take a couple more passes in the bottom. So I have a nice even wall thickness there now, so it's about 3/8 of an inch all the way down to about the halfway mark. I take one more pass there just to clean it up a bit. So pretty good now down to about here. So now we just need to go across the bottom. As I said, guys, these closed form bowls, they're just a little bit more awkward to get at, but as I said, if I wasn't recording, I would just rotate the headstock and I'd have a little bit better access. So, but anyway, we shall keep going. We're nearly there. So I am happy with that. I'm not going to go anymore. Yeah, I'm actually quite chuffed with that actually. So might actually take just a little tiny bit there. I think the rim is just that little bit wide. So I'm just using the left wing with the gouge closed over. My hand dropped down, just using it as a little shear scrape. Just refining that edge. As you can see, I'm just getting a nice little wispy shavings. So that feels a lot better. So now guys, I am going to get the piece sanded and I'll take you back when we're ready to put a finish on it. So now guys, that's the piece all sanded. Again, I sanded up to my usual 400 grit and it came out absolutely amazing. So get a little bit of finish on. So what I'm going to use is citrus burnishing line, Hampshire sheen. So I have a little bit here in a bowl. So we'll do the outside first. For a piece of sycamore, that is absolutely gorgeous. So guys, this is my take on the Viking Bowl. So whether I got it right or wrong, I don't know, but sure, who would ever know? The bowl was turned over 1,000 years ago. Not the easiest shape of a bowl to do, well, especially if you're trying to record, because I was trying to stay out of the line of the camera, so I couldn't really get into the inside as easy. But I will have another go and see how it turns out. But I'm happy with this one, I really am. But it was a beautiful piece of wood. So that's the outside. So I'll just turn on the lathe and I'll bring the speed up about 700 RPM and I'll just burnish that oil in. Just building up a little bit of heat to paper towel. With the same piece I put the oil on with. So now I'm just get a clean bit of paper and just dry that off. So there we have it guys, our piece of sycamore. Look at the amazing colour in it. It is absolutely gorgeous. I'm really, really chuffed with it. So that's Will's take on the Viking Bowl. So as I said earlier in the video, I did see a picture on the internet and the rim of the bowl wasn't quite as prominent as this, but I've seen attempts where other turners have done them and they have put a little rim on it. But anyway, regardless, that's my take on it, and yeah, it was a fun little project. So I was happy with the result. So I have to take the tenon off and finish the bottom, but tomorrow I want to get another coat of oil on it. So I won't do that until then. But I'll take a couple of stills and I'll stick them up at the end of the video. So anyway guys, that was Will's take on the Viking Bowl. And if you liked the video, you might consider tapping that like and subscribe. And don't forget to leave me a comment also and let me know what you think. And I'll catch you on another video. So take care and bye for now.